Denton. This is Jake Laughlin bringing you another episode of Discover Denton, a show brought to you by the Convention and Visitors Bureau, highlighting events around Denton. This week we have Kim Phillips of the CVB talking about a series of articles she's been writing for the Denton Record Chronicle. If you haven't seen, Kim has a Sunday column in the Denton Record Chronicle, and she has chosen to write about the essence of Denton. She got a lot of great feedback on this article, and she's doing a fantastic series of stuff. And so now she's going to bring it to this show and talk a little bit more about what she's been writing about our fair Denton. So without any more ado, here is Discover Denton.
Hello, Denton, and welcome to Discover Denton. This is Kim Phillips, and I'm coming to you from the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. Welcome. The last few weeks, I've done a series of articles in the Denton Record Chronicle. I have a weekly column that shows up there every Sunday, but the last few weeks I've dedicated it to a very specific topic. The first of this series was called Keeping Denton Denton. And it was based on the fact that many times specifically in the tourism marketplace, as we go around telling people about Denton and why they should be interested in coming here and bringing their business here, we hear so many times people compare us to Austin, or vice versa, hear Austin being compared to Denton. There are some likenesses, particularly if you try to compare Denton now to the Austin of 40, 50 years ago. That's most of the time what people are comparing. But it started a conversation through this article about when we look in Denton's future, what does it look like? Are we going to see Austin today in Denton's future 20 years from now, 40 years from now? And if that's the case, are we happy with it? Or are there things we'd like to do differently? Perhaps work a little bit more diligently to hold on to the things that make us special, the things that make us unique, the things that make Denton, Denton. And that started a conversation then about what is that thing? What is it that makes us special? What is it that we've got to preserve lest we become just another big city with a pocket here and a pocket there of something cool? Because a lot of people in the feedback that we received really feel like that's kind of what's happened to Austin. It's just grown so exponentially that it kind of outgrew itself. It outgrew what people recall as nostalgic Austin. There's still pockets where you can find it, but the thing about Denton is we don't want to dissolve rather than evolve. We don't want to lose ourselves in that growth and be reduced to pockets. Right now, the entire community, the entire city is a pocket when referred to Dallas and Fort Worth, to the Metroplex. Denton is this place of really cool, unique identity, its own culture, not dependent on these other cities in order to define itself. Well, that's important. We want to keep that going long into the future. So the series after Keep Denton Denton is called The Essence of Denton. And the first story out there just talked a little bit about some of the feedback from Keep Denton Denton. That story promoted one of our readers to ask, what is the essence of Denton? That's a huge question. It came to us from one of our readers, Barbara Hettinger. Now, she's been in Denton since 1974, 40 plus years. But even after being here that long, as much as she might like to articulate what it is that makes Denton Denton, she couldn't, she feels ill-equipped to be able to do that for someone. So Barbara suggested, do a series. Teach us what is the essence of Denton. And who better to teach that than you? All of us here in Denton. So we asked you for your input, and y'all been great about supplying it. And for you, DentonRadio.com listeners, if you are not a newspaper reader, you don't follow our blogs here at Discover Denton, then I encourage you to just give this show today some thought. And if you have some ideas, I'd love if you would email them to me. I guarantee you we'll use them in this series. My email is kim@discoverdenton.com. and I eagerly await your input. So Barbara asks us, what is the essence of Denton? And my answer to her was the fact that in order for an ambassador, which Barbara aims to be, an ambassador for Denton needs two attributes in order to be very effective. First of all, an ambassador has to know and understand. And then secondly, and maybe more importantly, an ambassador has to believe. So let's talk about this word essence. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines essence as the basic nature of a thing, the quality or qualities that make a thing what it is. A second definition by Merriam-Webster is that it's a substance that contains in very strong form the special qualities such as taste and smell, sound of the thing which it is taken. So how do we put into mere words what the nature of Denton is all about? What are the qualities that make Denton Denton? What are these peculiarities that stir our senses, settle as a deep knowing that this place is different, it's good, it's comfortable, it's authentic, it's extraordinary? What are those things? So we asked our readers, and we've gotten all kinds of feedback, which is vital to us in the Convention and Visitors Bureau, because just like you as listeners of DentonRadio.com know, you guys out there are kind of the elite in the fact that you listen for content, you listen for messages, you listen for originality, genuineness, authenticity. That's why you're a DentonRadio.com listener. You're not listening for canned stuff. You want the real thing. And that's what our readers tell us is, you know what? It's my friend told me. I believe this because my friend told me. And that's what we're trying to get from you. Just like you listen to this station, we want to know, what is it? How do you define that essence? So during the development of our brand, the Denton Original brand, which you see quite often, in fact, you'll see it often on the homepage of DentonRadio.com, that Denton Original Independent brand was, again, came out of our attempt to define essence, not just ours, but focus group upon focus group, where independent and original kept coming to the top as the way we could identify what Denton's essence is. And so we brought those two words in, applied some great graphics to it, the simple, round, slightly distressed graphic. That finished product has really done far beyond what we expected in the marketplace as far as saying who we are. It's like, looks like, your favorite pair of jeans. It's where originality and independence are embraced, encouraged, celebrated. That's Denton's essence in a broad stroke. And we went on and we got all kinds of feedback from other people. In fact, Denton, you get an A+ just for participating in this study. We've got another reader named Donna Gregory, and I'd love to talk to you more about Donna on our next show and let you know what Donna had to say about Denton, because she takes it in a whole nother direction, and Merriam-Webster is still part of the discussion. So think on that. Give me your feedback, Kim@DiscoverDenton.com, and at the very least, tune in next week on Discover Denton Radio. Thanks.
There you have it. That was this week's episode of Discover Denton. A big thanks to Kim Phillips of the CVB. Another big thanks to Gravity Feed for providing the intro and outro music. I'm Jake Laughlin, your host. Join us next week where we'll be bringing you more highlights of our original and independent city. And in the meantime, go enjoy Denton.